Hello everyone, I hope you all had a wonderful Valentine's Day. I certainly did. And I've got my cute little mini roses to show for it. And he knows me, he knows exactly what colours I wanted. Little twins there. And if any of you have tips how to keep them, I'd really appreciate it. I love them. And little chocolates, a lovely evening all together. And for those that don't have anyone to share Valentine's Day with, super cyber hugs to you. Your time will come. Anyway, I'm going to show you my Immortal Love album. After giving such positivity and words of encouragement, this has a rather dark side to it. And I think that's why hubby and I are together so long, 26 years, about that anyway. And we both have a little dark side to us, so I made this album from the Immortal Love series by DCWV. And let me hold it up here, you can see it says I love you. Embossed I love you, printed out from the printer and forever there with transparent bubble sticker over it. It's actually in the paper. And it was quite a struggle as to what I wanted for the front cover or what paper, because the paper is so interesting. It's a paper flower that I made and this circular decoration that I thought was quite like a reef sort of thing, and a little angel up there. Always little bits of positivity, even though this has quite a dark side. It has to be that way for me. Butterfly with the bling and some lace detail. Some pearl chain here around here that I got from Jennings, and some very fine black lace, and I'd love to have more of this really thin. It's good for the edges. So as you can see, I've got to the side, I've got eyelets and I've put 4 here, and that's actually to secure the album pages to the book. You can see I printed out an ank here and just some die-cut details, some brads here, and you can see the paper is very interesting. And let's open the front cover. I hope I've covered everything here. Blah, blah, blah. Here's the front cover, and you can see one of my favourite animals in the whole world, the owl. And owl is very... owls and Virgo belong together if you look up the animals for the months, and that's probably why, but there's other reasons which I won't go into detail now, but there are special reasons why I like owls. And this is from the paper. I love the way it shines. It looks like a photograph. I can see glue strings. I'll try not to be one of those people that keep picking at the glue strings, but you can't help it. And I just love the detail with the frame that I made, and wooden die cut piece there. And this little trim that I got from England that needs gluing down properly. Now, here is a very interesting page also from the paper series. I just cut out the eyes and made a little section that you can put your... And here it's just for journaling. I didn't think that there was any much point putting a picture there, but you could put a picture here. I think the eyes are just excellent, even if I do say myself, and the rose detail. And you can also put a little picture on the front there, little butterfly, embossed eyes. And next page. Now this is the music page. And you can see again the treble clef, bass clef, and all sorts of symbols for music, and picture spot, journaling, picture spot or journaling. And even though you see the lines, oh, I've got a little tear there. I've had this for a while now. I made this a few months back, and it's interesting to see how the pages weather. You know, you make these things, you might be selling them and giving away, and it's very interesting to see how the glue lasts. And everyone makes a big fuss about this red tape, and I must say that it has disappointed me often. Here's another page. Music sign, little bling, and I rolled over some paper and varnished it so it stayed solid, and the little frame just pops in there that I also made, little trim detail, and the tag. Here's the other page, and I kept it as plain as possible, just put a little bling rhinestone detail in the corners because I just thought the paper was excellent. Now here's a little fun page, it's called Bitten. I used a scalloped edge punch and punched out the apple from the paper, and it looks, and then I put a little white just above it, and it looks like teeth marks. I love how that come up, and I took advantage of the Bitten that's also in the paper collection. And I made a little coffin. It says Eternal Love on it. And a rose. And you can put a picture at the back. You could put a picture in the front. And I think it's just fun. Yeah, Bitten. On the next page, here I made an extra book to put your bits and pieces in, and it's very plain, bits and pieces to put your photos in, and it's just strictly photos, not much happening except photos, and well, that's what it's all about. And I can see this is coming off here, and I'm going to be completely honest, I'm going to leave this album as it is. I'll glue it back later, but it's interesting for you all out there to see that this album was made maybe about 5 months ago, and things are starting to fall apart. So be mindful of what you're giving away or selling to people, because they're putting pic photos in there that's supposed to last 100 years. And the albums could be falling apart because of the quality of the glue and the tapes. Anyway, here's another round tag. And you could even double up your taping and your gluing sometimes, you know, like just don't use red tape. Add it with another type of tape, maybe wet glue. Right, here's the next page. Die cut. Fanciful Flight die cut, Tim Holtz, and I just slotted this red tag in with a little of this, of my favourite wool, yarn, whatever you want to call it, you know. I forget English sometimes, I've been in this country too long. Another tag, and this is one of my favourite pages here. So just a bit of lace detail, and I added roses to each of the flowery detail in there. Another tag. Love this paper. This is also from the plain paper collection. See this lovely mirror? So you've got a bit of glue there that needs cleaning. And this is, I embossed this side. This is actually from maybe it could have been a cereal package on the inside or something like that, and I used this very thick cardboard, embossed it, and it really came out impressive. You see the lovely mirror detail there, and that lovely checkered paper I thought was fun. Here's the other page, lovely big frame going on here. Huge tag with the rose that's been embossed and used holographic embossing powder on it. Stick that in there. And then there's this page. This is the blue section. I always like a little blue in my things. It's one of my favourite colours. Tag, photo spot, journaling. And here's a little swirl. Now there's another complaint. Now as I said, this album was made some months back, and you can see this little swirl here is moving out of place and things like that. Now if you're going to be selling your products, you do not want things like that to happen, and just be mindful of little things like that, because people will complain and people won't buy your products if they are not perfect. End of. Perfect. It needs to be perfect. Another little section for you to put your cards and tags in. Not quite finished, but it pops in here. My sister gave me these little sequins and I added it to the page. And I hope the angles are okay for you. This is my favourite tag of all time. This is the last page. And I got the image from the internet. It was free to use. And I just think she's absolutely sorrow. It's so much sorrow, but yet you can see the everlasting love theme going on. I love the vintage look. I love her dress. I wish I had that dress. And, well, there's the tag. As I was saying, test of time, you can see here, the lace is starting to come off, and all these things are fixable, but I mean, be mindful of what you could be selling to people, that in a few months' time, little things could happen, like that could happen, and no, it's not pretty. That's the end of my album, with all the mistakes and all the happy things and the truth. It's like life itself and love. There's good and bad, but at the end of the day, usually, for most people, it's usually quite positive. So, here we are. Hope you had a happy Valentine's Day. This is my Immortal Love mini album. Take care. Be good. Ta-ta.